Do you remember the Big Valley? Running for 112 episodes between 1965 and 69, the Big Valley looked like your typical Western: cowboys, outlaws, land disputes, shootout, fistfights, with a seasoning of family drama. That's right, today we're riding into Stockton, California to visit one of the most powerful, most dysfunctional families in television and Western history, the Barkleys of the Big Valley. And unlike Bonanza, where Paul Cartwright called the shots, this ranch was ran by the matriarch, Victoria Barkley, played by none other than Barbara Stanwyck. Honestly, if I were an outlaw in the 1870s California, and someone told me Barbara Stanwyck owned a ranch I was about to rob, I'd probably just head to Deadwood instead. Welcome to the Rabbit Rewind, the show where I deep dive, analyze, theorize about all the shows that you loved when you were a kid in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and sometimes the 80s, if you don't watch me. If you enjoy classic television, hit that like and subscribe, and the thumbs up, and share with everybody you know. I post about 3 videos a week, and so far everyone's loving them, so do me a favor and follow me and like it. Thanks. Let's get back to the show, though. Victoria Barkley isn't your typical television mother. She's not sitting on the porch knitting while everyone else has the adventures. She's riding the horses, standing up to corrupt politicians, taking on cattle barons, breaking up prison escapes, occasionally finding herself in the middle of a full-blown gunfight. Barbara Stanwyck actually insisted that Victoria be portrayed as tough enough to stand beside her sons and not behind them. And it worked. Even today, Victoria Barkley might be one of the toughest TV moms ever created. And the rest of the Barkley family is just as entertaining. There's Jarrod, played by Richard Long, the oldest brother and the family lawyer. Most of the time, he'd rather settle things in a courtroom than with a revolver. But don't mistake his kindness for weakness. In one unforgettable episode, after his new bride is murdered, Jarrod completely snaps, hunts down the killers, and nearly strangles him with his bare hands before the brothers pulled him off of him. And I don't know why we'd pull him off. I think the guy had it coming. That's just me. Yeah. Don't make Jarrod angry. You won't like him when he's angry. That's a Hulk reference. Then there's Nick Barkley, played by Peter Breck. If Jarrod is the calm voice of reason, Nick is pure gasoline and a lit cigarette lighter. His solution to almost every problem is punch it, shoot it, yell at it, then punch it again. He spends half the series arguing with somebody, usually Heath, and somehow remains one of the most lovable characters on the show. The role of Heath was Lee Major's breakout role. He arrives claiming to be the illegitimate son of Tom Barkley, and that's a pretty daring storyline for network television in 1965. Now, even. A little bit. Instead of becoming the villain, though, Heath slowly earns the family's trust and eventually becomes one of the Barkleys. It's easily one of the strongest long-term character arcs in television Western history, and wow, is it an arc. Then there's Audra Barkley, played by Linda Evans. Audra was far more capable than many female characters of the era, often writing, shooting, and getting involved in action herself. But season 1 also gave us one of the strangest storylines in television history. When Heath first arrives, claiming to be her half-brother, Audra doesn't believe him. And who would? Honestly, it sounds scammy. So she tries to seduce him to prove he's lying. Yeah, Audra was preemptively auditioning for the role of Princess Leia. Television in the 60s could get a little bit weird. Thankfully, the storyline disappeared pretty quickly, and they settled into a much more normal brother and sister relationship. Normal. Oh, let's not forget poor Eugene Barkley. Remember Eugene? Probably not. The youngest Barkley son appeared during the first season while attending medical school. Then he simply vanished from the series. Poor guy got the Chuck Cunningham treatment years before Chuck Cunningham was a thing. The actor, Charles Briles, was drafted into the military, and the writers decided pretending Eugene no longer existed was easier than writing him out. One thing that really separates Big Valley from many westerns of the era is that it wasn't afraid to tackle serious subjects: prejudice, the lingering wounds of the Civil War, class inequality, political corruption, immigration, family identity. It wasn't just good guys chasing bad guys every week. There was real emotional weight underneath all that Gunsmoke. Get it, Gunsmoke? My final thoughts on the Big Valley. I think it deserves to be mentioned alongside Bonanza, Gunsmoke, and the Virginian. Barbara Stanwyck is phenomenal. Lee Majors is on the verge of becoming a superstar. Peter Breck somehow turns yelling into an art form. Yelling at punch it, get it? I don't know. And the writing still holds up remarkably well nearly 60 years later. It's still a good show for real. Yeah, the fist fights are a little too clean, but so are Chuck Norris's. Everybody gets knocked unconscious without permanent brain damage, and the villains usually announce their evil about 5 minutes after they appear. But that's just part of the charm. If you've never watched The Big Valley, it's absolutely worth your time. And if you grew up with it, it's probably even better than you remember. Who's your favorite Barkley? Are you Team Nick or Team Heath? Team Heath. And does anybody else still remember poor forgotten Eugene, the Chuck Cunningham of the Wild Wild West? I may have to do an entire video on Phenomenon, like I just said, Chuck Cunningham and Eugene. There's a bunch more in older TV shows that just disappear, characters. Let me know down in the comments what I missed, what I forgot, what I left out. I always leave something out. And what other movies and TV shows should I discuss? And if you like it, hit the follow, thumbs up, and subscribe. And yeah, just share with your friends. I need all the help I can get. I'm trying to get this channel out there. Also, I'm on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. It's the Rabbit Ears Rewind everywhere you go. So share it and follow me on the other apps if you like those better. See you later, guys. This is the Rabbit Ears Rewind. Bye-bye.